Welcome back to the channel. So a bunch of you guys have asked me, how do you put 2010 to 14 door panels on the 0509s? And also some of you guys have asked me how you put the mirrors and the steering wheel also, but that's going to be covered on another video. Today we're going to talk about the door panels and the mirrors, since they kind of go hand in hand. So I'm going to show you what I've done, what the steps are, and then yeah, let me know how it goes if you decide to do it yourself as well. Okay, so this is the door panel. I took off the window switch to show you how that's wired. I took off the switch in here to show you how that goes. So in a nutshell, the panel actually just bolts straight onto the car, or it fits onto the car just fine. There's a couple of just gotchas. So in here, as you can see, the screw holes are different for the whole panel. You can see this one's a little off, this one's off, that one's off. That one I think it matches. But yeah, so all you have to do is drill some new holes that match in the panel, that match the old holes of or the actual original holes of the car. So you can reuse your old screws just fine, and then you end up like skipping these bolt holes onto the new panel, right? After that, the panel, there's I think a couple of clips on the bottom in here that you end up cutting, and then the panel just goes in just fine. Bolt the stuff in here. On the inner side, in here, it bolts the exact same way over here as your older door panel. And then the only other modification that you have to do for this to fit in here just fine is around the window switches. So initially I tried to rewire shit and use the newer window switches, and then I learned that the newer window switches actually use a different type of circuit, so I ended up getting a new plug, so I had to rewire that. Yes, that's duct tape, but I think that's all I had. I ran out of electrical tape at that time, and I just used that to kind of hold it together. Doesn't matter. What you end up doing is, in here, you end up modifying the window switch. You end up like kind of like cutting off some of the grooves off of the old switches. Like you see, it has the groove in here that you end up not using, right? So you just gotta cut that around. You see it fits, it's just a little bit smaller, but when you look at the windows switches from here, you can't even tell, right? So you do that, and then you just kind of like super glue it in. The same thing you do on the passenger side. You just kind of cut some of the excess plastic and then just super glue it in, and then it fits into the new panel or the new door plastic over here. So that way you end up actually keeping the older switches. You don't have to worry about wiring, right? And then this is just plug and play. The lights on the handles, those are done by 3 colors: red, yellow, and green. And so the way you end up doing that is you choose your color combination: red only, green only, or blue only, or a combination of those, and you piggyback those 2 onto the red, blue, and black wires. Those are the wires that do illumination for the window switches. So what happens is then the inside light gets powered on by the window switches illumination. Same thing in here; those get turned on in the same type of situation. So once again, get this back in here. The switches, you just kind of super glue in the older switches into the new panel. This is plug and play. You can reuse your old one. Mine's got a little bit of paint or scratches, but whatever. For the mirrors actually fit just fine on the doors. There is one extra hole that you have to drill in here, or extend. You have to extend a little one of the holes, and then they bolt in, and then you just can use the original nuts, and that's it. So you just got to drill one extra hole, and I think extend the other ones a little bit. You got to just massage the whole pattern a little bit, because it's just a little bit different on the new mirrors. And then you end up using the plugs. It's just plug and play once again. And then you want to use the newer door panel covers, as they have a slightly different pattern in here as well. So, in a summary, there's some extra holes you got to drill on the bottom over here of the panel to screw it into the door. The switches, super glue, and then this you got to massage the holes a little bit, and this plugs in. I know I didn't show you like an instructional video on how to do it, since I've already done these door panels. It's a little harder to kind of take them all apart and redo it all over again, so I didn't really want to deal with that. But hopefully the summary kind of explains to you what you need to do to get your door panel swap. So let me know down in the comments below if you've done it, if you're gonna do it, what your experience is, and if you run into any issues, just hit me up and I'll help you out. See you on to the next video.